à à à à à à swing à swing 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 swing. How the fuck does this work? What the fuck is this? Charge disable for this live. Is that me? The hell is this? Chat is disabled for this stream. Let's close talk about window. Move! But because it's being used by another fantastic. What? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Fresh page. Who the fuck still watches this? You are an owner. I own a cat, that's why I own. Meow. 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 that YouTube stream, cause I'm a fucking retard. And yet blah blah blah, I don't care, just
Use code SYOK10 and get 10 ringgit off your favorites.
In this guide, I'll show you how to enable live chat on your YouTube live stream. So from the home page, what you want to do is click on the create icon in the top right corner, and you want to select go live. Now, once you're in the YouTube live control room, it's going to ask you if you want to go live right, which one you want to do, these options. Now what you want to do is have a look on the left sidebar and click on stream, and your page should look like this. Now just to the right of your title is where you're going to see the edit button, so you want to click on that. Now under details is where you can customize your title, description, and what we're looking for is under customization on the left sidebar. So you want to ensure that live chat is toggled on, and when we toggled this on, you'll notice just beneath there's different participant modes.
where's it? This one.
And you can change this to anyone, so anyone who joins your stream can send a message, or you can have it subscriber only or live commentary where only approved users can talk in the chat. Now you also have the ability to turn on live chat replay, so this is a great feature where if someone rewatches your stream, they'll be able to see the live chat that happened during it. So once you're happy with these settings, you can have a look through the rest. We're going to go to save in the bottom right corner, and you've now enabled chat for your live stream. If this guide was helpful...
No, what the fuck? I know how to do that. Fucking hell. All messages are visible. Top messages. Ah, that's how. No, where? This is how you do it? I don't know. Remember to guard your privacy applied by Congress. Moderation activities. Stop. I think it's just me. I think it's just me. I think it's just me.
from. Once it's connected, you are all set to go live. So let's schedule a stream. You see, scheduling is important because you'll want your subscribers. If you don't do this, you might be going live to 0 viewers, which is fine because we all have to do that at some point, but I still think scheduling will help avoid that. So head to YouTube Studio, look in the top right, click Create, and you should see Go Live. If you verified properly, that is. Click this and it opens the live control room. Click the Manage tab and click Schedule Stream. Now for me, I can reuse old settings from previous streams, which is great, but for you, you'll likely need to create a new stream and set this up for yourself. Here you'll set a title and a thumbnail, which is a really important step for you because this will make or break whether a viewer chooses to click on your stream over someone else's stream, video, or YouTube short. For more on how to make those clickable, stick around because I'll cover it a little bit later, but otherwise you'll also select your game category, playlists. If you're a partner, you can set monetization here, and then you can customize the stream further. For example, you can change who can chat in your stream, whether you want emoji reacts, your delay. You can set a trailer so anyone who drops by before the stream starts gets a preview for the stream that you've edited and uploaded beforehand, and of course redirects, which essentially lets you go live, and when you end your stream, all your viewers are redirected to another live stream or video premiere that you've set up here. Also, you can set your visibility here if you want. If you want to go live to test your settings or stream just by yourself, then set the visibility to unlisted or private. If you're scheduling a public stream, then select public and then select the time the stream is scheduled for. Once you're happy, click done, but keep this open for now because we'll need it again in a second. When it's time to start your stream, you'll open OBS and your live control panel. Then inside OBS, click Manage Broadcast, select Existing Broadcast, and select the one we just set up. Make sure you click Select Broadcast so that you don't accidentally make a whole new stream and confuse your viewers. And now OBS has connected directly to that stream you scheduled, and it is ready for you to go live. Once you're ready, click Start Streaming, and you're not actually live yet. Inside your live control room, wait for the stream preview to show up, and once you're actually ready for your viewers to see you, click Go Live. Congratulations, you're now streaming. I will say just really quickly, sometimes the stream preview doesn't show up, but I still click Go Live and it works perfectly fine for me. It just sometimes doesn't appear first. Once you're done and want to end your stream, click End Stream, and then inside OBS, also click End Stream. If your stream was under 12 hours, it'll automatically be archived to your YouTube channel under the Stream tab, and also you can find old, current, or upcoming streams in the Live tab on your YouTube Studio dashboard. Now, real quick, I'm going to show you how I grew my YouTube stream on a new channel, not this one, current or upcoming streams in the Live tab on your YouTube different from every other streaming platform. Now, real quick, I'm going to show you how I grew my... But if you don't understand these three things, well, it very quickly becomes a bad different. The first is that, well, YouTube feels far stricter on copyright, but I promise you they're not. They're just following it properly and giving creators appropriate warnings. You see, other platforms you can get away with breaking copyright because their systems aren't very good at detecting it. Well, that's what people think. It's actually that the systems just aren't very good at warning you when they do detect it. You see, on YouTube, they'll notify you when something is copyrighted material and ask you to change this or turn it off, whereas on Twitch, you'll just be muted, claimed, or striked after the stream. This could be days, weeks, months, and you don't get any control. It just happens. The big difference between platforms is really that YouTube has built-in tools and features that creators need, and I'll explain the major one that it has nobody else does in a second, but first, look, on YouTube, you need to make sure you're following copyright properly. This means no copyrighted music mainly, and that might sound stressful, but I promise you it's actually not that hard to find good music, especially with today's sponsor, Epidemic Sound. Epidemic have over 40,000 songs and 90,000 sound effects, and they all fall under the same license. I've been using Epidemic since day one of this channel and my Twitch channel, which was before we ever partnered with them. Check it out. Maybe you're going up against a massive boss, or you're finally about to beat the challenge you've set up for weeks on your stream. Scroll on I Am Unbreakable and watch the chat go wild. Or maybe you just want to relax, chat to chat, and play some Animal Crossing. Well, grab any of their lo-fi tracks like Airbed by Osoku or their
Now to look up.
multi-hour long lo-fi mixes and just sit back and relax. Right now for free, using the link in the description, you can get a 30-day free trial, which the best part, any content you publish using Epidemic in those 30 days stays completely monetized and safe forever, even if you choose not to continue with it. Because Epidemic owns all of their music, so there's no chance your videos or live streams will ever receive a claim or takedown even in the future. Now look, what is it that YouTube has that nobody else does? Well, YouTube is hard, but it's fair. Other platforms are hard, but unfair. On other streaming platforms, you're competing with other streamers. That's it. You're all just slapping a title on, being ranked by view count high to low, and doing your best. This makes streaming more casual and less content focused, which is fine, not a problem at all. But it also comes with the major issue that tiny creators very rarely get seen. On YouTube, you're competing against videos, shorts, streams, all of it. This is brutal, but because it uses an algorithm, it means the best content for a viewer rises to the top. To do this, you're going to want to make sure your YouTube streams are more unique. This means crafting titles and thumbnails that are more than just playing X game today, click here. And instead, something like,
I have 1 hour to beat this game or I give away $1,000.
And yes, that sounds extreme, but the idea is taking something basic anyone can do and adding a unique, interesting approach that makes someone feel like they need to click. If you want to get clicks and learn more about this, wait 1 second, it's coming up in a moment. And number 3, remember your streams are archived as videos forever. This is incredibly important because it means you can get clicks after the stream ends and continue to grow while you're offline or even asleep. But also this means if something happens you don't want on the internet forever, you need to remember to delete it after the stream. And now, if you want to learn about how to grow from 0 to 100 viewers on YouTube streams, then click this video right here. It's the 6 steps I took to do just that, and they're very easy to follow if you jump into it now. See you guys next week.
Captures the yep, that does it. Okay, so now we have one class, at least the session class. Now inside the load thingy here, we want to tell it that if we instantiate a class, load that class when we instantiate it. So we're going to register a SPL register, yeah, something like that, autoload register. So here what we want to do is pass in a function that is going to run when we don't find when a class isn't found. This function will run, and then it's gonna be given or provided the class name. Since we're not using namespaces, this is going to be easy. So let's say, for example, I request or I instantiate the session class, but I haven't loaded the actual session file. So what will happen is that it will say class not found, right? Because the file isn't loaded. Because here there are only 2 files we've loaded, but we can have like 100 classes in here. Now, instead of us having to do require for every class, that's going to be a problem, because we won't need every class on every page load. So instead, what we do is we just instantiate the classes we need, and then this function will load the appropriate files for those classes to run. So initially, those classes will not be found, but this function will be called. So when that happens, it will tell us the name of the class that it's trying to load. So in this case, let's say, for example, we're trying to instantiate the session class. This class name is going to be equal to the text session, like that, right? So if I had that, all I need to do is concatenate to this, add to it the .php, and then that creates the class name. Yeah, so view rows, edit, delete, and so on, right? View. Now we can add another row here, that view admin section. Something like that, right? View admin.
Docker compose up the docbrick.
Here's how you set it up so you can see your YouTube viewer count in OBS Studio privately. First thing we need to do is log in to streamlabs.com. Sign in using your YouTube. Once you're in your Streamlabs dashboard, scroll down and select all widgets. Then scroll down until you see viewer count. Select it, then scroll down and make sure the YouTube viewers box is checked so it'll show our YouTube viewer count. Also make sure you scroll down and click on Save Settings. Next, we need to copy our widget URL. Now that we have the URL of the viewer count widget copied, it's time to add it to our docs in OBS Studio. Back in OBS Studio, click on the Docs tab and select Custom Browser Docs. This will pop up a menu where you can add your widget URL to a doc and name it. I name our new doc YouTube Viewer Count. Then in the URL box to the right, right-click it and paste the URL we copied from the Streamlabs widget. Then hit Apply. You can drag and drop the new doc with our YouTube viewer count widget around in OBS to dock it on the interface wherever you choose. Widget around in OBS to dock.
There's only one. again. Yeah. Okay, that's done. Still don't know how to add this thing. Streamlabs. Not that, don't need that. Local host. Alright. Mm. Um, found. Start working for the creation required. did it go there? What? I know you're hungry. Still don't know how this chat thing works.
Admin section. Are you allowed to be there as an admin? That's up to you. Now you can put more granular stuff here. That's entirely up to you. Okay, so once we have all these permissions in here, we are ready to go. Now, what you need to do now, every time you add some new functionality to your project, you have to come here and actually add permissions to this list, depending on whatever. For example, let's say you add analytics to your project, you can come here and say view analytics is a new permission as well, so that you can give permissions for people to do that. Okay, so these are our permissions and they are saved inside our session, which is great because then we can access them from anywhere in our system. Okay, great. Now this one will be, there are two types of permissions we're going to save. There is the user permission and the all permissions, right? What the user is allowed to do. This is a list of all the permissions on the website. And then we're going to have another variable that will store what the current user can do, because not everyone can do all of these. So it will just contain what the current user can do. All right, so now with all of that, we need to generate a, where is this? In the helpers, right? We need a function that we can use now to check if a user has a specific permission. So we need this to be snappy. So this is why I haven't created a class for this. I just want a single function that can do the job. So here we're going to say function, and we're going to use it. You're going to call it user can, like that. Now you can call this whatever you want, of course. And then here, let's put the permission. So I'm trying to check. This is supposed to be like a string. Okay. This will return a Boolean, true or false. Is this user allowed to do this or not? So return false. So by default, we just deny. And then under special circumstances, we say true and give access. So we say user can, right? Can user do this? This is like a question you're asking. Can my user do this? Yes or no? Yeah or nay? Yes, then true. No, then false. This is a quick way for you to check with everything in your code. Say, okay, can the user do this? And allow access if needed. Now, this part is going to have to check in the database to see if the said user has that permission, because what the current user has will be saved in the database. So we're going to leave this for now. So let's go to classes and create a database class. Now in here, this database class will connect to the database because we do, of course, need a database connection. So database.php, there we go. So here, let me put my PHP tags and let me save this guy over here. All right, great. So let's create a class, of course. So this one is database class. This body does not extend anyone at the moment. And
what the fuck? I said Tamil now.
Sessions and cookies are generally used to store information that persists across requests. As you know, requests in PHP are stateless, but sessions and cookies can be used in addition to other things like databases, caches, files, and so on to retain the state. Difference between the cookies and sessions is that cookies are stored on the client side on user's computer, for example, while sessions are stored on the server. Also, by default, session is destroyed as soon as the browser is closed, while cookies can remain as long as the set expiration date, or until until the cookie is deleted. In order to use sessions, we need to start the sessions using session start function. So we can put session start like this, and this should start the sessions. Note that sessions must be started before any output, otherwise you will face some issues like session cannot be started after headers have already been sent warning. So in this example here, we're starting the session after we have echoed something out to the browser, right? So this technically would execute first, meaning it would start printing something to the screen, and then we're trying to start the sessions, which should result in warning. Let's test this out and let's refresh the page. I refresh the page and there are no errors or warnings or anything like that. Everything still works as expected. So
Ah! 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 And then the da 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 da. don't know what this is. I mean, not away, not away. Da 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 da. I definitely all this shit. Don't understand it. Na, 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 na.
Welcome to the stream, where our passions roll and communities get hyped. We don't just create, we create a scene. Some of us game,
others want to break out. Some of us come to hang out, while others come to shout out. We may be here for different reasons,
but what we all have in common is the need to share. Whether it's a hobby or a profession, it's definitely not a phase.
Streamlab. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now. How the fuck do I get my shut thing? Get chat YouTube something. the fuck? And down arrow at the top of the chat menu has a light.
Barry here from the Wix Studio team. We recently launched a feature that's getting major love in the community. We've all been there. Planning website structures can sometimes feel like solving a puzzle. Instead of using a million different tools, simply brief AI with the details. A bold fashion brand, shop entry, locations, and style block. Now sit back and let Wix Studio do its thing.
In today's video, we're going to talk about until the end to the YouTube browser, such as Google www.youtube.com. Sign in at the top right of your YouTube options. Click on the stream option of your screen. Check the live chat option. Use the type modes. Still, click on the save option window. There you have it. You can use those steps to turn on live chat on YouTube. Thanks for
So dumb. That doesn't help me at all. How to do something. How to do something. Content of lives. Nelson view controller option. Your shell name Princeton. I don't know what is that for there. How the fuck do I get the chat back? This thing sucks. This thing sucks. Because of this. 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 Okay, there's stand there. And the stupid thing. The fuck, why this thing not working? Mamma mia, here we go again. Mama, activism is my mamma mia. Here we go again. Mama, activism is mamma mia, let it go. The fuck is hello here. Overlay others widget collectible. What the fuck does that mean? Ribbon or collectible. What's that mean? Scene. Not this one. What's the difference? Come on, stop already. Ah! 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 Da, 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 da. Ah! Da, 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 da. Ah! Come on, turn off already. Oh, I have to press that. Okay, compose. Yes, yes, steal everything. Oh. Right. config there. Start it up. Still the same, right? Yeah, it's still the same. What the hell is this? Oh, I know why. Ah, the fuck is this? What do you mean worker person is not allowed? Nothing is there. Mamma mia, here we go again, mama. What's going on with child? Mamma mia. The fuck, there's nothing there. Internet config. The hell's that? Start working for the configuration is required for recommendation. Files. Current. Docker compose nginx.
Why is that? Why don't we see the error or Hello and welcome to my first course, Learn PHP the Right Way. Learning the right way means learning PHP from the ground up, from the beginner's level all the way to advanced in a single course. I have seen many courses that teach
What the fuck is this?
Hey friends, today I'm going to tell
working. Now, we did not use a custom that PHP handled the 404 page for us, because without Compose, which makes managing these containers simpler via YML file image, and there we'll see all the finished installing everything and the containers are up. Right now, if I hit Ctrl+C, it's going to stop the containers because in this terminal, that's where the Docker is running right now. You can run this by using Docker Compose up-D so that it's not dependent on the terminal. Now we are in PHP info. If we refresh the page, we get a bunch of data. I know we haven't commented out PHP info. If we code and let's open it to the PHP ini search for PHP, we see all the. I just want to show you how of Apache. They're larger because they could have Docker directory 8.0 Docker file, and the first line here, this is where we're pulling the image from. So we're using the PHP, but also need to set up some use. Launch a single YML file here on the Docker container. The volume is stored on the host machine, so in this case on my Windows, machine, and is referencing the source directory. Where the actual source code is. So this basically maps and mounts the source directory on the host to var www directory in the container. And then we have Nginx service, which is our web server, and we're using Nginx 1.19 Alpine. We give it a container name, and then we map the port of the local host to the port in the container. So we can just go in the browser and type in localhost port 8000 and access the website. But that port is being mapped to the port 80 that's running in the container for Nginx. This allows you to have multiple projects running at the same time on different ports. So if you had another project where you had a custom Docker Compose file for that, you could set that port to be 8001, and then you could have both projects running at the same time, one running on port 8000 and the other one running on port 8001. And same thing here for the volumes. We're sharing the source code, and also we're sharing the configuration file because we want to use a custom configuration file for the Nginx. Let's open that and go over it it quick. So as you can see, Nginx configuration file looks a lot simpler than Apache's configuration file. We're saying that we're listening on port 80, the index file is index.php, we're setting the error and access log paths, and then we're setting that error page should be loaded through index.php. What this means is that we're saying if we have a 404, we let our index.php handle the 404 page.
There's a documentation for templating. The environment config. No, that's not it. I think that's it. Templates.template. Default conf template file. Get for setting up dumb shit. This yeah, it's working now. I am black and red shepherd. There, login, reading, setting, branch, category, location. Everything is okay. Now I can jerk off to something. And the 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 jerk off to something. I have no idea what it's sound like. And the jerk off to something. I have no idea what it sounds like. It sounds so jerk off to something. I have no idea what it sounds like. It sounds so jerk off to something. I have no idea what it sounds like. It sounds so jerk off to something. I have no idea what it sounds like. It sounds so jerk off to something. I have no idea what it sounds like. It sounds so I have no idea what it sounds like. It sounds so it sounds so it sounds so it sounds so Why so much static? It's so much. Do this something. Sound communication, microphone configuration. No, it's not it. Lever. No, this is why. Oh my god. Still sucks. Sounds better. There's no static anymore. Hello everybody. Hello. Yeah, that sounds like a shit band. Yeah. Hey, what? What do you want? Meh. 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 Hey-oh. 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 Hey, bus. Hey-oh. 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 Yeah. It's the wind off. It's the wind. Red. Red. Wind. 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 Ah. 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 Close. Pop. 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 Ah. Pa 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 pa. Pa 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 pa. Pa 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 pa. Better, 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 better. Head up, bed 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 up. Did it, 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 Shift plus yank. Ah! 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 Hello, everybody. Ah! Hello, everybody. How the fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume while not being so staticky. How the fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume while not being so staticky. How the fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume while not being so staticky. How the fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume while not being so staticky. How the fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume while not being so staticky. How the fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume while not being so staticky. How the fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume while not being so staticky. How the fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume while not being so staticky. How the fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume while not being so staticky. How the fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume while not being so staticky. How the fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume while not being so staticky. How the fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume while not being so staticky. How the fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume while not being so staticky. How the fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume. The fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume. The fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume. The fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume. The fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume. The fuck am I supposed Hello, everybody. The volume. The fuck Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Like a feeling. There is a feeling. Hello. That's the win. Hey. 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 Yes, that's why it's so static. Fan. 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 Oh, hey, oh. Hey, oh. Hey, oh. Hey, oh. Hey. 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 Ah. Can't increase my volume while getting static. Okay. Press microphone volume without static sound. In microphone, go to level tab, adjust the volume and boost it. When I listen to my microphone, the only way I can hear myself as moderate volume is to make it push. Trace a ton of static even when the microphone are blocked. My inside could be the problem. You have alternative mic headset.
many people who use USB microphones. Now, I've searched across the web and I've found very little information on how to solve this problem. So I thought I'd share with you the solution that I have found across the web, and I've found very little information the problem on how to solve this problem. I've got two different microphones myself. The first one is the one I'm using at the moment, which is the Rode Podcaster, which is a very good, almost studio quality microphone. The other microphone that I use is the one on my gaming headset, which is this Turtle Beach Recon 320. With both of them, I had exactly the same problem in that the input volume seemed to be very, very low. I would normally have gone to my settings here for the recording settings to cure this. Now, on an ordinary audio input microphone, you would generally go in here, click Properties, go to Levels, turn up your volume, and then you'd have another slider which was Microphone Boost. But as you can see here, for USB microphones, that's not there. Now, the volume was very low. And indeed, when I was trying to do recordings, it was very, very difficult because people couldn't hear me very well at all. And when I was reviewing recordings I'd made, it was obvious that the recording level was very low. So how did I cure this? How did I increase the volume then? First of all, I came across a piece of open source software called Equalizer, APO. Now, what this does is it adjusts the registry settings for the input of the USB microphone levels at source. You could do it, I suppose, if you went into the regedit and did it there, but that would be quite difficult and indeed could possibly cause many other problems. But this piece of software does it automatically for you. I'll put the links to these various items down in the description below. So I downloaded this and installed this, but it doesn't have a graphical user interface. Not one that's very good anyway. So how do you then make the adjustments? Well, you use a second piece of software which plugs into this, which is called Peace. And again, I'll put the installed this, but what this does is it adjusts the registry settings for the input of the USB microphone levels at source. You could do it, I suppose, if you went into the regedit and did it there, but that
for us, because without this we would see the default Nginx 404 page, which is not so user friendly. This way we can have custom logic in
Check the placement of the sternum mic, turn on microphone boost, update audio drive, use proprietary audio, enable enhancement, check the gain set to high on audio, check for bad cable connection, check for moving air. No, it's not. Push here, yes. It's still too quiet. Too quiet, the hell.
Use code SYOK10 and get 10 ringgit off your favorites.
New Anthelios Anti-Dark Spots Fluid to protect.
Too quiet. Too quiet.
And correct.
Hey everyone, this is Tim from Your Six Studios. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to remove the static and buzzing noise from your microphone when you're using it on Windows 10. Coming up next in this Windows 10 tutorial.
Ah! Why so serious? Hey. Can't boost it and I can't reduce it. Suck. Said early.
Simple to go ahead and fix. Keyboard, sorts of tasks. So let's go down to the start for gaming, streaming, and all sorts of. Now we will want to go to the right hand side. Then we will want to go to the sound control panel. Select this option. And then we will want to go to the recording section right here, which is the second one over. And this will provide us all our microphones on our computer. All right, so the microphone we can go ahead and listen to our Microsoft Talk is the. I'm just going to go ahead and see the first one right here. The PC audio will have the 64-bit version. So go ahead and download the first one right here. The PC audio codecs. Go ahead and double click this and then scroll down. And most people will have the 64-bit version. So go ahead and download the second one down here. And once you download and install that, you should have this option for the enhancements tab. And the great thing about this enhancement tab, if you look through the different settings on here, beamforming, the description of beamforming, it enhances the voice signal inside the beam while suppressing noise outside the beam. So that's good to have check mark. And then acoustic echo cancellation. This is absolutely necessary. Also a good one to have on is keystroke suppression right here. So let's go ahead and check mark this box. Keystroke suppression can suppress
Unlock the GoDaddy Aero experience when you purchase a domain from GoDaddy and let AI
press typing noise. So that's good to have on. Once you have all these check marked, you can go back to listen, and listen chooses the voice signal in version. So go ahead and download the second one down here. Audio drivers. Do not have this tab. Open up a web browser and go to a search engine. I'm just going to go ahead and go to Google and type in Realtek audio drivers and hit enter, and it
that would be quite difficult, and indeed could possibly cause many other problems. But this piece of software does it automatically for you. I'll put the links to these various items down in the description below. So I downloaded this and installed this, but it doesn't have a graphical user interface. Not one that's very good anyway. So how do you then make the adjustments? Well, you use a second piece of software which plugs into this, which is called Peace. And again, I'll put the location of this in the description bar below. Once you've downloaded this, you take the little program that comes with it and you insert it into the folder within Equalizer APO where it's been installed. And once it's in there, you don't
should be the first one right here, the PC audio codecs. Go ahead and double click this and then scroll down, and most people will have the 64-bit version. So go ahead and download the second one down here. And once you download and install that, you should have this option for the enhancements tab. And the great thing about this enhancement tab, if you look through the different settings on here, beamforming, the description of beamforming, it enhances the voice signal inside the beam while suppressing noise outside the beam. So that's good to have check mark. And then acoustic echo cancellation, this is absolutely necessary. Also a good one to have on is keystroke suppression right here. So let's go ahead and check mark this. This box. Keystroke suppression can suppress typing noise, so that's good to have on. Once you have all these check marked, you can go back to listen and listen to your microphone and just listen for any kind of clicking or echoing in the background. This is a real easy fix, and if this video did indeed help you out, go ahead and leave it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.
I want to share my culture with new friends from around the world and feel supported along the way. I want to make my parents proud and graduate with the skills for my dream career.
I want to study at a university that is recognized around the world, giving me global opportunities. And that's why I chose Deakin.
بله هیوی در دمات باش به از یک سردی من آبد متا ميار تعال هون ميار خليك على الارض خليك على الارض خليك على الارض ميار خليك على الارض ميار
Guys, I think the milk has gone bad. You wanna have a look?
Oh no.
You should have a look.
I don't.
You should have a look. It's pretty bad in there. It's pretty bad.
Nobody bloody move. Stay the hell back, brother.
Who's milking not in front of me, daughter?
What's going on, Dad?
Close your eyes, Cherry.
Oh dear, oh dear. Oh!
Close your eyes, Cherry.
Try again. I think it's fixed.
I got
It looks better. Oh shit. The thing is bad? Let me try.
Oh no! Oh, it's chunky! Oh, no!
Oh, I'm not feeling too great. Oh, sorry.
What the Sigma?
What?
Oh, that is bad, actually.
Oh, hell
That actually is very bad.
That's very bad.
Cat, is this real?
I somehow really want to try it. Keep it down for later.
What about the freezer? What about the freezer?
Do you want to test it?
What about the freezer?
Check
What's in the freezer?
Check the freezer. I'm sure you'll be very happy with it.